Many quality managers are surprised that the quality pillar in TPM isn't about quality. Hello, I'm Tom. Welcome to my channel where we talk about continuous improvement in an industrial setting. And today's video, it's a bit of a TPM video, specifically on the quality maintenance pillar, quality pillar, quality management pillar, whatever you want to call it, but the quality pillar and a learning. I've seen this happen in many different companies where I discuss the quality pillar, especially during launch, but even sometimes a bit later in its pillar life. And I almost always see that the quality department who generally leads this pillar, they head it up. It's often a quality manager who heads up this quality pillar. They are surprised to learn, and sometimes it takes them quite long to learn, that the quality pillar is not definitely the quality department, but not even really working on quality as they know it. You see, the quality pillar does not work so much on product quality. It works on process quality. Let's dive into that. See, the goals of the quality pillar: claims and waste. Now, claims, quality departments are very familiar with. It's often in your KPIs, how many customer complaints, if you're more business to business, it stays with companies. If you're business to consumer, consumer complaints versus supermarket complaints, things like that. Claims that come in. They will even have this whole difference between what's a complaint and a claim and the defects sent out of the factory. Nice. That is only part of what the quality pillar will be working on. And waste. Well, yeah, we'll probably get to that as well. There is an important part here. So especially when we dive into the finances of your whole business, waste is definitely in there. It's just often not really linked to the quality department, but more, technology, design, R&D, engineering, people like that. Right? So it is more about how the processes work. That is why you need them in your quality pillar. But even the claims, you will soon find out that the quality maintenance pillar isn't really that focused on claims. They are very focused on deploying where do the claims come from and then tackling it. So what does this pillar work at? No? What do they improve in your factory? The quality pillar analyzes and improves defects and scrap. And they do that because defects, when they get through your internal control systems, will land in the lab of your customer and form claims over there. But also, if you do find them within your own factory, they become waste. Maybe rework, maybe extra cost. Not all waste is immediately material waste, but if your product is not good the first time it goes through your process, then you will incur costs. And the worst is if you completely scrap that product and you waste the material and the energy and the labor you put in there. But even if you rework it, energy, labor, time is wasted. And scrap. So scrap are those parts of your product that were never really meant to become the product. So if you run a printing shop, it's the offcuts, everything that is not the form that you were at the end targeting. If you run a bakery, there's all kinds of little bits of dough that just cling to other stuff. During cleaning, you wash it away. Stuff like that, right? It is that part of your material that wasn't really meant to become the product. And defects can also be scrapped. Some semantics there, but this is basically the idea is, and go watch my video on the 5 types of material waste to get a better breakdown. Basically, the idea is that defects, that is the product itself. So that if everything would be normal, would have become a good product. Scrap is process scrap, right? So that the stuff you need to make your product. Now, this is what the pillar is targeting. And the way that the pillar will do this, and what you will see a lot in the systems that they build up, in the teams that they support, and in how they really push TPM thinking through your organization, stable standards. That is what the quality management pillar is all about. And these stable standards, they will make sure that your scrap rate, your defect rate are low. Now, what does that mean? When you have good standards, you make a process that indeed has as little scrap in it as possible, right? And still create a good product. And you make it very stable, which means that the scrap level is very predictable and defects basically do not occur because all of your processes are capable and centered and stable of delivering the correct output. Right? Your whole process is designed to make good products in a good way. And if this sounds an awful lot like Six Sigma to you, that is correct. Of all the TPM pillars, the quality maintenance pillar is the most Six Sigma minded of them all. Now, you don't need to buy into the Six Sigma mentality, right? The Motorola idea with the 1.5 Z shift and all those things that are slightly contentious in our CI world. But the idea of really understanding the physics of your process, fixing inputs to get a stable output, getting control systems, control charts in place, using statistics to help you make decisions, that is all really in here. So you will see a lot in the quality pillar that is about improving the quality of your standards themselves, right? The 5 questions for zero defects, another nice video that is really worth watching, is a tool of this pillar. And what it does is it trains you that when you have a standard, you make the standard itself as stable as possible, because that is a good basis to get a stable process. So you need a standard, if it is a machine setting, that is easy to set because you know what you have to do. It is easy on the machine to do it. It is easy to see that you set it up correctly. It hardly drifts during production, but if it drifts, you can detect it and fix it. Right? That type of system is available for all kinds of standards, also for a training standard, also for a material that you buy. So that's one of the tools. And you will see a lot of the tools in the quality maintenance pillar. They are aimed at getting the right standards. So investigating your processes, your products, your materials, getting good standards, getting stable processes, making sure those standards are very good, they're very well maintained. And here is where the name basically comes from. Now, we are talking total productive maintenance. All of this system, and perhaps I should also just make a video on that TPM, total productive maintenance, is really not about maintenance and repair as we know it. They are maintaining your quality system, maintaining standards autonomously, AM, right? Total productive maintenance is maintaining that state of your factory, which includes your machines, but also your settings, right? Your methods, your people, your materials. So maintaining all of the 4 M's in such a way that you get a stable process. And the quality maintenance pillar is strongly focused on what is traditionally indeed called the quality management system. So what do we do? How do we check it? How do we make sure that all the processes are correct, that all the people are trained, that all the materials are good, that our outputs are good? This is all what is quality management, but the quality pillars, the quality departments that we have in most companies, they are very focused nowadays on making that audit, right? Getting that ISO audit, getting fewer claims, yes, so they're very outside quality focused, which is pure product quality, and on having a good quality assurance system in the first place. Now, when you also have a QC department in there, the quality of measurement, the quality of your control system is definitely all in there. But what many quality departments lack, and this is not a problem because other departments in your company will have it, is that focus on waste, on scrap, and on getting stable standards everywhere. They will say they do it, but far too often they don't have the clout to really do that in your organization. So where do you find it? You find it in a technology department, process engineering, R&D maybe. So the type of people who focus mostly on the process optimization, on new products, on maybe new machines, or machine improvement, that group of people, which I generally like to call technology and engineering, there you find key members for your quality pillar. So when you set up a quality pillar, or you just launched it and you feel that it's lacking something, get those people involved. Now, of course, you also want to have somebody involved from production line management, so to say, or maybe from your training department, but you need somebody to get those standards into production in a practical way and to feed you back. How stable are the standards that we are using? Do we use good visualizations? Do we use a good quality of the standards themselves? Do we make it easy for people to do the stable and correct thing? Those are all ways that TPM in general, but your quality maintenance pillar in particular, will build out that stable system throughout your company. So if you are in a quality pillar, or you are thinking of launching one, or you're in quality management, take that doubly to heart. Claims has traditionally been a KPI for you. In the quality pillar, it is about defects and scrap. We say claims and waste, but this is what we really are interested in, because these are the failure modes, the defect modes that we see that cause this. And we build the stable standards. So don't go at it only with your quality department colleagues. You need a broader skill set. You need those technologists, those engineers in there as well for their knowledge, but of course also just to have a nice and broad pillar. All the pillars that we have within TPM have a mix of different traditional departments in them, because they need to act all around the organization. Never forget that. The quality pillar acts everywhere. They have something to say about maintenance, they have something to say about your processes, your production, your training, your quality system itself, of course, just as the autonomous maintenance pillar has a lot to say about basically everything that happens as well. And even your plant maintenance pillar, they need so many links, because they are pushing things into the operation, they're getting a lot out of the operation. So all of those pillars, they all need a mix of different spheres within the traditional departments of your company. But the quality pillar, it is a sneaky one. It is not the quality department. Now, I hope that this cleared up some of the doubts or the issues you've had with this quality pillar, got your mind thinking on how to improve quality management within your organization. If it did, don't forget to hit that like button, and also share with me, what other experiences do you have with the quality pillar, with other pillars? Are there any learnings that you took out of implementing TPM, or maybe just a question you have about something that just doesn't fully feel right about a pillar? Let me know in the comments below. And for now, I wish you the best of luck setting up the quality and other pillars. And as always, don't forget to enjoy the continuous improvement journey.